Yeah, okay, I'm back now. I had the SD card error I had to fix. So here I'm back at the bassin. Rising and shining, the people. Yeah, you know what's wrong with us also with our fallen state is that we're gonna teach all our fears, our doubt, our insecurities, our madness and everything to the children we supposedly love. You know, we supposedly love our children, but we feed them scrap all day long. We're totally unconscious on this. We're unconscious on so many levels. And we're harming our children on so many levels. So many levels, the harm. The harm is what we are professional with, is harming stuff. Harming our children, harming humanity, harming environment. We're very evil. Very evil until we decide to get rid of our evil ways, which is possible. I think it's all a matter of will. You have to want to get rid of your nasty ways and your evil ways that conduct your everyday life. You know, if the majority of your life is led by evil stuff, maybe you should reconsider your ways. I'm not telling you what to do, but it's a much better vibe when you're outside the evil stuff, the evil realm. Like, it's a different vibe with life. You start to sense the paradise. You start to... You know, I've never really sensed the paradise on earth. I always more seen it as hell, and it's a lot like hell because it's a colonial system and we all in bondage, but we don't need to remain in bondage. You can have free minds, like I said. We have the potential to at least have free minds. And even without a system, you could not, like, go back 600 years ago. You would have not been able to travel anyway. How would you have traveled to another continent? You would have built a ship and take the... So, you know, there is natural borders, which are the seas, and these are the natural borders, and they're very hard to cross. Now we have built machines that takes us on the other side of the water, but it used to be the frontier. Unless you build a boat or you go on a raft. Or you decide to take a raft ride and go to Europe. But if not, you would have been still in bondage. So the real freedom you can have is the freedom of the mind, because even though I'm in a system and this and that, even without a system, I would not be owning a plane 1,000 years ago. We were going around with horses. So there's always natural borders, the mountains and the seas, and so the real freedom you can probably really experience is freedom of mind. Freedom of the mind, and we can remain free minds, and that's what they can take away from us. They can kill our joy. You know, life is a great joy. There's a great deal of joy with life, but not too many people seems to sense it. Me, anyway, I'm sensing it more and more, and I'm not totally in tune yet with all the super frequency and vibes, but I'm getting there. I'm opening my heart more and more. I'm reaching out to people. I'm developing the network. I'm doing them, helping people. I know I'm doing the right things. For the outcome and what's gonna happen, well, we'll see what happens with the time. I'm not in no rush for any outcome or any. It is what it is. And you know, people come outside too with their children, and they're so unconscious. And the first thing they do, they put solar cream on the skin of children. So mad. This world is gone. So mad that they're falling unconscious. fallen into evil ways, into listening to other people for what to do. And you know, on TV they tell them to put sunscreen on their children, so they will do it. They will go buy it at the pharmacy and put it on the skin. Doctors tell them that it's good to give vaccine to their children, so they will not think, oh, what's in there? What are they giving to my... Oh no, let's trust them. Let's trust the system, you know? Let's trust the system. It's there for us. It's there for us to become better men and women. Yeah, right. Such a joke. And people are so unhealthy, so fat these days, it's terrible. They can't even move. They're so fat they can't even move. So fat they can't even move. You know, when you have to... it's terrible. Because I have two girls in front of me that are like super big. And you know, to end up fat is because you eat junk. You don't get fat just by breathing air. You don't get fat by breathing air. If you're a Britarian, you won't get fat. But if you eat junk and poison, and that's how you get fat. People don't get fat these days just like that. They get fat because they eat junk. They drink all kinds of junk. They're unconscious, so they keep doing it, and then it blows, and they don't see themselves as being big. They're totally unconscious, so you don't see it. You don't see it. You're totally not there, and you're totally in another zone, in another realm of unconsciousness and nonsense. And you're happy with that and your little everyday life nonsense and laziness and mediocrity, and people are okay with that. I mean, total BS to me. We're here for more stuff than what they told us, and the world is a lot more beautiful than we know. A lot more beautiful. That's why it's important to travel, to go out, to experience nature. Sense it, not only experience it, but sense it. You know, sensing it is on a very different level. When you start sensing, you're no more an explanation and people telling you shit. You sense it for yourself. But most people like explanation. They like to get told what to do. They like other people to define reality for them, and we have fallen for this altogether. Now our whole reality is defined, and that's what it is. That's not what we experience. It's not what we experience first party, but first party, third party, you will always have an illusion. An illusion in place, an explanation, something to keep you in place, to keep you locked in time, to keep you locked in place, and so that you don't move, you don't expand, you don't do something with your life. You stay in the low vibration, and with low vibration people, and that's your life. Well, me, I have enough of the flakes. Never had really much flakes in my life. I always stayed far from flakes and people that have bad behaviors or bad habits, like drinking and stuff like that. I've never hang out with people that drinks or hang out in bars and stuff, because that I knew was very evil. You know, there's some stuff I was able to sense as being evil, like the bars and the alcohol and the stuff. I've fallen for it a little bit in my life when I was young. The bar scene, but not that much. Not that much. Never really dig the fucking thing in there. It's very evil. It's bad vibration. It's people getting drunk, fighting, and it's most of the time it's bad, very low vibration. The bars. The bar scene, but a lot of people will love the bar scene because exactly it's low vibration. Like, it's total nonsense, and they spend their all night in bars, and then they wonder why they have no energy for their children the next day. A lot of people. My father was like that. My father ended up hanging out in bars when he was around 45-year-old, and completely lost it. And started to do all kinds of stuff and lost his way pretty much, and into drinking. You lost your way. You can lose yourself. You can. That's why drinking is not really my vibe. I like the taste of beer, one or two beers socially or once in a while, but I see too much damages done with this to be to put my focus on it. I'm up.